Greetings, adventurers. Today we are here at Saint Croix State Park, Minnesota, and we're gonna hike a loop for a one-night backpacking trip. And we're starting off here on the road, a little bit of a road walk, and we are on the Matthew Laurie State Trail. Okay, we have just turned off of the road onto the Matthew Laurie State Trail. Oh, that's good. Helipad evac site. Now I know where to go. Alright, we came out on the trail onto this road. We're going to be following this road for the next 5-6 miles. And my goodness, the mosquitoes and the black flies are incredibly vicious right now. Beautiful little marsh area. Like 5 miles down the road. We're taking a right here onto Upper Bear Creek Trail. Okay, so I just passed a culvert that was washed out, and obviously they couldn't get their grass cutting equipment past there, so now I'm walking through long weeds. And man, the mosquito and bug situation is horrid. It is, oh my god. They are outrageous. This is probably the worst mosquitoes I have ever experienced. Insane. Oh. And now this thick grass is slowing me down quite a bit. I am hot and sweaty, and we are here at Bear Creek, crossing over Bear Creek for the last time. And this bridge here offers some refuge from all the bugs. For some reason they don't want to be on the bridge, so I'm going to take a nice 20-minute break or so, cool down, relax, drink some water, and enjoy the Bear Creek. Alright, nice and relaxed. I'm going to continue. I got about 3.5 miles until I reach the Kettle River. And I think then I'm going to find a place to camp around the Kettle River there. I am dispersed camping, so there are no campsites. I've got to find my own spot. So, let's go. 3.5 more miles. For real, these flies are insane. There's so many. They're just covering everything. Oh. Oh my god, this is insane. Finally by the river. Much nicer hiking experience. Okay, folks. So I found a nice spot to set up camp. I set up my tent because I needed to get away from the bugs. I couldn't take it any longer. But it is about 8:30. I got here about 8 o'clock. I set up my bed and everything, and I've been laying here for half an hour. I was gonna make dinner, but I think I might skip dinner. I have a couple of Nutri-Grain bars here, a Laura bar, some chips. I think I might just do that for dinner instead, because I am absolutely exhausted. The bugs were so bad, I couldn't stop anywhere. So I hardly took any breaks except for those 2 breaks that whole time, and I hiked about 12 miles, I think. Yeah, and I was soggy when I got here. I changed my shirt. I got a dry shirt on. Laid here, cooled down. And I think I'm just going to eat these bars that I have here and go to bed. I am exhausted. Buggy day. I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, adventurers. It is about 7 o'clock. I've already started packing my stuff up. I only got about 3.5 miles to go back to the car. Yeah, so it should be pretty quick. Maybe an hour and a half. But we're going to be hiking along the river here. The Saint Croix River. And the trail we're on is called the River Rapids Trail. So I'm assuming there's going to be some pretty cool rapids on the way. I hope so. Because I haven't, yesterday didn't offer really any views or of any sort. It was kind of a terrible hike yesterday. Hopefully the ending today. I did save the good stuff for the end, so hopefully it gets a little better. Alrighty, there's my little tent spot. My little footprint. Those bushes should come back in a day or two, no problem. Alright, and now we're gonna go back, find the trail, and get headed on. Look at the size of this guy. Alright, we are now like 30 feet above the river, looking down on it. Pretty cool. Not very many rapids, at least not yet. I did say earlier that the trail was called River Rapids Trail. It's actually the road. This trail kind of follows a road. There's a road a ways over that runs parallel, and it's called the River Rapids Road, not the trail. It's the road. It's a much better overlook. Beautiful. Alright, so I made a small mistake. Being as this is Saint Croix State Park, I was assuming for some reason I should have known that this was the Saint Croix River, but it's not. It's the Kettle River. The Kettle River runs into the Saint Croix River, maybe, a mile past where I camped tonight. So this is the very end of the Kettle River, about to go into the Saint Croix River. But on this hike, I don't think we saw the Saint Croix River at all. It's always been the Kettle River. So Saint Croix State Park, Minnesota. This land here was settled and logged and stripped of all its trees by 1915. Farmers then settled this land and began farming it, and it didn't take long before they realized that the sandy soil here was not good for farming, and a lot of those farms went bankrupt. They were foreclosed on, and this area here had the largest number of abandoned and foreclosed farms in Minnesota at the time. Then about 1935, created the CCC, and they came here to buy back the land from the farmers and create a recreational area that is about halfway between Duluth and the Twin Cities. They created the Saint Croix State Park here. It is now Minnesota's largest state park. And I'm at a place here. There's a memorial here for 3 boys that came here in 1938. 3 Boy Scouts, and they came to explore this area. And this location here, where the memorial was their camp that they called Gudeben. The park here surrounds the confluence of the Kettle River and the Saint Croix River. Here's a little flooded area. Just barely crossing the trail. Rapids picking up a little bit here. Alright, so one of my missions on this trip was to check out this Kettle River crossing right here. Closed, I guess. But the Matthew Laurie State Trail is I think it's an 81-mile trail. And it crosses the Snake River and the Kettle River. And when I read that there was no bridge at the Kettle River, I was like, that doesn't sound right, because the Kettle River is a big river. But, so there's the other side of the trail, and it crosses right here. Doesn't look like a really great crossing. It looks super deep. But it might just be like waist deep. Honestly, it looks like a better crossing over there where it's all shallow. But then you'd have to go all the way around this bay. Anyway, I wanted to come check that out and see what it looked like. And yeah, it looks deep and long. That's a big crossing right there. Anyway, I got about a half mile back to the car. Should be there in no time. Okay, adventurers, back here at the car. So, Saint Croix State Park. This was not one of my favorite hikes. This is probably one of my least favorite hikes. The majority of the loop that I did there was not a single view or anything to look at whatsoever. It was green tunnel or road walk. The last few miles of the trip, I had got some nice views of the river. They weren't anything spectacular, but the number of mosquitoes and black flies, especially the black flies, totally detracted from any cool view that I saw, or any of these wildflowers. This video might be kind of short because I declined many times to stop and record things because I couldn't stand the bugs. The bugs were just horrendous. The trails were fairly well marked. Actually, I would say they were extremely well marked all throughout. There was a good 5 miles of trail that were not maintained, so the grass was up to my chest. That made it really hard to walk through. Thank you everyone for joining me, and I hope to see you next week here on Happy Trail Backpacking.